Welcome back to Primetime News. Special welcome to the folks watching on onespotmedia.com.
A reminder as well that you can download our One Spot Media app in the Google Play Store or the App Store. That's the number 1 followed by the word Spot and Media.
We'll begin with a Primetime News follow-up on Audley Shaw's big phone bill. This evening we turn to the cost of roaming services.
On social media site Twitter, the Finance Minister has been making the argument that roaming charges are the reason behind the phone bill. We've asked for a breakdown of those charges. We're waiting, but even as people insist he should have been more responsible, it is possible, as Audley Shaw has argued, that roaming data charges could run a cell phone bill into millions.
And how much, if at all, are local telecom companies to be blamed? TVJ's Vashon Brown has been investigating.
In the midst of concerns about high ministerial cell phone bills, pushback from the very people under pressure that the real issue is the cost of data roaming, 2 sector experts we spoke with Friday say they've been hearing talk that data roaming charges are just too high and suggestions that local telecom companies are really the ones to blame. Andrew Beckford is a phone technical expert and the chief executive officer of TechRep Phone Store.
Roaming takes a lot of money. I have a customer just 2 weeks ago and she went overseas and she came back and almost 100 grand. It's just like a week. So yeah, roaming expensive.
Former chairman of Lime and the chief executive officer of Ready TV, Chris Daring, says data roaming charges are quite complex. He says it's not always within the control of local telecoms providers. A lot of it, he adds, depends on roaming partner agreements that telecoms companies may have with a roaming partner.
For instance, a local telco here in Jamaica, Flow or Digicel, might have a roaming partner in the UK if you're roaming to the UK. And that roaming partner charges for the use of his network. And generally what has transpired globally is that they tend to try and reserve the data capacity for the locals, which means if you're a foreigner traveling and then hopping onto their network in and out, that type of thing, they charge a premium for you to be able to use that network because they don't have you as a customer every day of the week.
That brings us to Finance Minister Audley Shaw, who took to social media site Twitter to explain his cell phone bill. He said that 1 gigabyte of data roaming costs 1 million Jamaican dollars on some networks. Mr. Daring says that's not quite unheard of.
If you're using your data to watch YouTube video, for instance, somebody sends you an interesting article and it's a YouTube video and you open up that video, you are absorbing a significant amount of data. You could be absorbing 10, 20 megs just to watch a very quick video depending on the quality of that video and so on.
Then there's the other issue. Some applications, or apps for short, use up quite a bit of data.
You have apps that if you don't know, if you're not technologically inclined, they'll be in the background running, taking up megabytes and you don't even know. So yeah, it's possible.
Even if you have not done anything. And so when you see people have all these WhatsApps and so on, you leave it on, somebody changing their picture on WhatsApp, who you might not even be talking to, has automatically transferred data to your phone, to and from your phone. And if you're in China or in the UK or whatever, you're going to be incurring data charges.
So how much of this is personal responsibility? Mr. Daring says telecoms companies have a duty to educate customers, but at the same time, customers have to educate themselves about the digital world. Vashon Brown, TVJ News.